Hey, vinyl community, it's Trevor back with another Flat Round and Spun here to do a thread response. Something I haven't done in a while. Actually, I haven't done any videos in a while, but hey, I put out videos when I feel like it, not when I, have to. That's the great thing about this YouTube thing. You don't have to put out things every single day or every single week. Do it when you feel like it. Anyway, this is a thread that was put on by my good friend Jack, the Vinyl Martini, a friend of mine up north, and looking forward to seeing him at the time of this recording, in about 6 weeks. Going to be meeting up with him and along with a bunch of other people in Buffalo. So looking forward to that a whole lot. Anyway, Jack had this thread started of, grabbing albums you haven't listened to in a very long time. And that kind of goes good with what's coming up in a couple weeks. Every Father's Day, Grace and I, we do a record store and then we go out to lunch. Just the two of us. I get a few records. She usually gets one. Whether she listens to it or not, I don't know. But, if she wants something, it's a record, who am I to deny that? Anyway, so it was a good chance to go through. What I usually do is I go through and kind of pilfer of what don't I listen to anymore, so I could use it as trade and get some credit and, maybe get another additional record or two, depending on how much, I get on credit. So I was going through some records I haven't listened to in a while, and some of these I might give up. And going through my Discogs, some of these I might have to sell on Marketplace or something because they're too much to just trade in. So, I don't want to get $5 for something I could get $50 for on a Marketplace. So anyway, we're going to start with the debut album from a German-Swedish band, kind of in that retro throwback 70s style proto-metal type stuff. And that is Lucifer. Was it? Yeah, Lucifer 1. So they were definitely saying that they were going to be putting out more records. Yeah, I bought this, probably 10 years ago. I've listened to it maybe a half dozen times. And frankly, to me, there's nothing memorable on it. It's not bad, per se. It's just nothing sticks with me. The barbed wire in my head, nothing's catching anything. So, it's okay, but it's just something that I'm probably not gonna keep going. At the time, I was going for that, retro sound, vintage sound. I was into that. Well, this was around the time Ghost only had one record out. So that was very retro sounding. Along with Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats, very retro sounding. I love that stuff. And this was kind of part of that movement, and it just fell short. Some of the other albums they have, which I don't have, sound better than this one. So I don't know. I might give this up. I don't know. Maybe I should give it more listens. So this is Lucifer 1. I can't remember the date on this. If I look hard enough, I don't know. His mid-20-teens. So there's that. Another one, 2018. This one I'm glad I listened to because I just haven't listened to it in a long time, and I do enjoy it. Listening to it earlier today, I realized how much I did enjoy it because I played it a lot when I first got it, and it just got kind of backburnered. And this is the second record with the return of their second singer. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us, but second record with Mike Howe, and this is God, what the fuck is it? It's Damned If You Do. See, that's how long it's been since I listened to this. 2018, the second record that Mike Howe did when he returned to Metal Church. This is a barn burner of a metal record, classic sounding Metal Church. You could tell that they took their time with this one. Sounds fantastic. Double disc. It's at 45 RPM. So yeah, you're flipping this thing every 12 minutes, but that's okay. Sounds great on a really cool blue vinyl. Yeah, it was kind of a for Metal Church, they were getting on good tours with this record. I didn't see them on this tour, some of the previous album tour, but they sounded good. The place I went to, the sound was garbage, but that didn't hinder them. They were playing. But anyway, I wish I would have seen them on this tour. I wish I would have seen them more times, especially since Mike by his own doing left this mortal coil, unfortunately. But Metal Church, Damned If You Do. This one's a keeper. Next, I'm trying to figure out when this was. I want to say this is from 2022, so it's still pretty recent. But I probably listened to this album less than a half dozen times. But it's the second album by Dead Cross. Dead Cross started as a Dave Lombardo drummer, formerly of Slayer. It was a hardcore band. He was doing this with a couple guys from, oh shit, what was it? I know the name of it, but I can't think of it right now. Maybe I should read Wikipedia while I'm doing, this video. Why not? Anyway, The Locust, that's it. I knew it'd come to me. It was the guitarist and the bass player of Locust. And they had a different singer before they made an album, but that fell through. So Dave got Mike Patton, famous for Faith No More, Mr. Bungle, and a myriad of other projects, got him on the first record and this one. And I never really got into the first record that much. So I'm like, oh, I'll give this one a shot. And this one definitely does not do it for me at all. Again, it's not bad. The playing's great. Songs are all right. It's just, again, nothing sticks with me on this. So I'm probably going to give it up. I mean, they say it's hardcore, but it's just, I don't know. It doesn't sound hardcore to me. It's just, I don't know, mediocre metal. But that's it. Dead Cross 2. All right, this one, a lot of people probably won't know this one. I'm sure Aaron Mutha-Alamer and probably JC will know this one. But this is Two-Bit Thief. This is another sad story in the big city. San Francisco band. This is from 1990. As you can see, I got this used for $3, and I had to look up the phone number for that right there, and it was in Pittsburgh. So I must have picked this up when me and my old roommate went out east to do record shopping back in 2001. So yeah, Two-Bit Thief are what I would categorize kind of like that sleaze metal. It's not hair metal or glam. It's just a lot dirtier. Think of like a lower level Guns N' Roses or a Skid Row type stuff there. But I listened to this earlier and I did dig this. They do a cover of Folsom Prison Blues on here, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I got to give this one more a listen. So I'm glad I dug this out and played that. Another one that, people are slightly older than me were probably very familiar with. Obviously, we all know the guitarist of this. after he left his main band. This was his first, it's not really a solo album, but his name's in the band, and that is the Joe Perry Project, Let the Music Do the Talking. And I can't recall really giving this a listen. I picked this up probably on that same trip in 2001, probably super cheap. It's okay. I'm sure, like I said, there are people that know this record way, 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 way better than I do. The title track, I'm more familiar with the Aerosmith version that was done about 5 years later. But I think this is another one. I'm going to have to spin it some more and see if I'm using the term sticking more. Because it didn't really grab me too much. I mean, there's some decent stuff on here. It kind of reminds me of just like if it was an Aerosmith demo, you know, they used someone else to sing the songs. I mean, because the playing, obviously, it's Joe Perry, so it's going to sound Aerosmith-esque. But, yeah, it was all right. I will definitely keep this to check it out some more. So, thank you, Jack, for the assignment. I'm going to get rid of some stuff. I'm going to keep some stuff. And just a side note here. Oh, by the way, I will leave a link to Jack's original video and go check that out because his is much longer. He did like 10, 12 records and I rambled too much. So this is already going far too long. Anyway, I do want to say thank you to Nick, Vinyl Den. He had a contest a couple months ago where he demonstrated a product, people left comments, and he would pick a winner from the comments. Well, the first pick he did, that person never responded. So he did it again. That person never responded. So it turns out I won the prize. So I actually won, because I never had anything like this before. And I never win contests at all, ever. So this is like really special. I won a Vevor Ultrasonic cleaner. So I tried it out last week, and I tried some really banged up records. So that was probably a bad thing to do because they still were, you know, skipping all over the place. So I did something that I just hadn't had cleaned in a long. I haven't played in a long time. I mean, they were still in the original jackets because I've been doing like the whole inner sleeve thing for several years now, and these were still in the jacket. So I cleaned them up and they sound great. So this particular model, it's like their base model for records. I'll put if I can find it, I'll put a link to Amazon for this particular model. I think it retails at about somewhere in the $120 range US. It might vary, you know, somewhat, but yeah, I dug it, and I look forward to using it some more in the future. So again, thank you, Nick. I will leave a link to the Vinyl Den channel if you don't already subscribe to it. Great channel. Nick puts out about 3 videos a week. He has a Sunday topic, and Tuesdays he gives the releases that are coming up that Friday, and then he does a special, like a short topic on Thursday. So great channel. So anyway, I'm rambling on too long. It's a Saturday night, going low end beer with my Rainier. Local swill. Cheers, vinyl community. And we will talk to you later. See ya!